Parents, has your child ever said, "No, don't turn off my screen"? Oh, why is too much screen time not good for your child? Well, we have some thoughts that the Bible has pointed us to.
As we think about how Christians evaluate technology and screen time, it's admittedly challenging because there's no Bible verse that says, "Thou shalt not use an iPad," or a commandment that says you can have 25 minutes of screen time per day. Meaning that as we think about this issue, there's prudence and wisdom involved. I think wisdom and prudence is best informed by what we see in Genesis chapter 1, that when God creates us as human beings, our existence is an embodied existence. Meaning it's something that is real, it's earthy, it's there, which means our best attempts to kind of remove real friendships and real relationships and exchange that with a Zoom screen or a FaceTime call is never going to be truly adequate. Now, please hear me. I'm not saying we can't use Zoom or FaceTime is bad. No, those things can be actually really, really good. But they shouldn't be substitutes for what God has designed for us, which is to honor the reality that this life is meant to be lived in fellowship with our friends, in fellowship with like-minded brothers and sisters in Christ.
And as we've thought about technology in our own home, we've thought about it less as an on-off switch and more as a dimmer switch. And so as we're training our children, we are trying to give them a little bit more responsibility over their technology that they can handle. So as we've been working with our 13-year-old daughter, we've been trying to train her with technology a little bit at a time. So as we're training her, we're trying to help her understand that technology is not all bad. Technology can be used as a good thing. And God gave dominion over the earth. When he gave it to Adam and Eve, he gave dominion over things to create with our human creativity that he designed with us. And so technology is flowing out of that creativity. But technology can also be dangerous and sinful and unrighteous. And so we have to train our children to start to see those differences and be responsible for those. And we also want to help her understand that there are going to be times when she has to see that what's going inside of her heart can not be good. And she has to start safeguarding her heart and limiting what's going in and see that what goes in comes out. And so we are a part of that training of safeguarding her heart and her mind. And we also want her to not get so caught up in digital relationships that she loses the face-to-face relationships. And that's what God really wants us to have, is physical, intimate, face-to-face community. And so we want to help her limit her technology so that she can be real, live, intimate community relationships that she can have. And finally, simply, we have to parent and she has to obey. God has authority over us. He safeguards us. He limits us in different ways, and we have authority over our children to limit them, to safeguard them. There are going to be times that they don't agree with what we're going to tell them, and when we tell them to turn off their devices, but they have to obey us because we are doing what we feel is right for them, and they are required to obey us, just as we are required to obey God, even though sometimes we might not like the limits that he puts on our lives as well. So parents, stand strong against the technology that is looming in your household and do your best to help transfer the responsibility to your kids and guard them while you're doing that.